Among the ancient giants that once ruled the earth, there was one creature that relied not on speed or ferocious teeth, but on absolute defense. This was Ankylosaurus, one of the most well-protected dinosaurs that ever lived. It is popularly known as the armored dinosaur or the hammer-tailed dinosaur. Scientifically, it is called Ankylosaurus magniventris. The name Ankylosaurus comes from the Greek. Ankylos means stiff or fused, and sauros means lizard, a name that describes its body, hard, sturdy, and seemingly fused with natural armor. Ankylosaurus lived at the end of the Cretaceous period, approximately 68 to 66 million years ago, just before one of the most catastrophic events in the history of life on Earth. It shared the world with legendary predators like Tyrannosaurusrex in an era when the land was filled with dense forests, vast swamps, and ancient giants. Ankylosaurus was the last witness to the glory of the dinosaurs. Before everything changed forever, ankylosaurs were entirely terrestrial. They lived in forests, floodplains, and coastal areas rich in low vegetation. Their fossils have been found primarily in North America, particularly in what is now Canada and the western United States. Millions of years ago, these areas were verdant paradises, places of abundant food but also fraught with threats. Ankylosaurus's body was the definition of total defense. Its back was covered in osteoderms, hard bony plates embedded in the skin, forming a natural armor like living steel. Its head was low and broad, with a thick skull. But its most iconic feature was its tail, which boasted a massive bony club, a deadly weapon capable of shattering an opponent's bones with a single swing. It wasn't a hunter. It was a walking fortress. Ankylosaurus measured approximately 6 to 8 meters long and stood about 1.7 meters tall at the shoulder. It weighed an estimated 6 to 8 tons, the equivalent of an adult African elephant, but with a much shorter and more compact body. Standing next to a modern human, Ankylosaurus would have looked like a living tank, low yet massive, nearly impossible to topple. Ankylosaurus was a pure herbivore. It ate ferns, low shrubs, tough leaves, and plants near the ground. With its broad snout and small leaf-shaped teeth, it didn't chew like mammals, but rather efficiently cut and crushed plants. Its diet may seem simple, but for a creature this large, every day was a struggle to replenish its energy. Ankylosaurus is thought to have lived solitarily or in small groups. It wasn't aggressive, but it was always alert. With a low body and powerful legs, it moved slowly, relying on passive defense rather than escape. It spent most of its time foraging, especially during the day. When a threat came, Ankylosaurus didn't run. It prepared. The Ankylosaurus's main enemies were giant predators like Tyrannosaurusrex. But attacking an Ankylosaurus was no easy decision. Its thick armor protected vital organs, and its barbed tail could break a predator's legs, turning the hunter into a victim. In the ancient food chain, Ankylosaurus was a top-tier herbivore that rarely fell prey. Speed wasn't Ankylosaurus's strong suit. It's estimated to have only been able to move at around 10 km per hour. However, its tail was incredibly powerful. A full swing could produce extreme impact force, enough to shatter large bones. Coupled with its nearly impenetrable armor, Ankylosaurus was a symbol of the perfect defense in the ancient world. Many people think of Ankylosaurus as slow and defenseless. In fact, it was one of the most dangerous dinosaurs to attack. Some scientists even call it a biological tank, the result of evolving extreme defenses. There's no evidence that it attacked first, but once cornered, Ankylosaurus could win a fight without chasing. No matter how strong the Ankylosaurus's armor was, it couldn't withstand a global catastrophe. Around 66 million years ago, a giant asteroid struck Earth. The climate changed drastically, plants died, and the food chain collapsed. As a large herbivore, the Ankylosaurus lost its source of life and went extinct, along with nearly all non-avian dinosaurs. Although it had no direct descendants, Ankylosaurus bore similarities to modern animals like armadillos and turtles, creatures that also relied on body armor. It's proof that evolution doesn't always create the fastest hunters. Sometimes, it creates the most difficult to defeat. Ankylosaurus, a living fortress from the Cretaceous period. Do you think such a formidable defense would still survive in the modern world? If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about ancient creatures.